because I clicked
Interesting.
on the link in the email and it didn't help at all. So what happened is that I'm in the car. Could that have anything to do with it?
Um,
Um,
Probably if you were going through an area that didn't have a very good connection, it probably didn't let you in due to that. Because we did see you earlier kind of pop in and out like
yeah.
3 or 4 times. So that might
So
have had
what?
something to do with it.
So do I have to go completely out of that broadcast and then come back? That's a pain. You're dealing with a senior. I don't want to go through all that techie stuff.
I am well aware. So one of the updates that we're releasing here is you'll be able to join a broadcast once you've been invited from within the comment section. So a button will appear that says join broadcast. You'll click on
Okay.
there and that'll bring you right in so that it'll be a little bit easier.
Okay, because that would be so much better because I'm 74 years old. I don't want to be going back and forth and in and out. I'm lucky I'm on.
Yeah.
And
I'm
welcome, lady. It's the first time we live on the same platform. And I love
I
your hats.
know. I know. Because that's why I don't do live because I have so much difficulty bringing people in. I thought it was my iPhone. I only do my broadcast from my iPhone because that works for me. When I go onto my computer, it throws my laptop. It throws me completely off. It's too much stuff to do, and it
Which
throws me
iPhone do you
off.
have?
Huh?
Which iPhone do you use?
I'm using an iPhone 8. It's an older version, but still, it works. Did I answer your question right?
Yes, you did. I just wanted to
Okay.
know if it has something to do between the different iPhones and things like that, because I was having some glitches before, like last year, and I was wondering if it was because of the different iPhones and things like that.
Now see, now see, I have one, two, three, four screens below two big, large screens. I don't think I should be seeing that kind of view. I don't see myself with everyone else. You
Do you
follow me?
see a square somewhere on your end that says live on the bottom on the top
On the
area?
top, mine is on the top. It's a red square. It says live on the
Okay,
top.
below that you have the visuals of what do you see? Can you describe that?
I have one visual, big visual, which is on the it's like a what is the word I want to? It's vertical. It's the
Yeah.
portrait one, and then below that, on my left, right now, I'm seeing Labidens. Is how do you pronounce your name?
Ndey Labadance. You got it
Yeah,
right.
Labiden. I'm
Yeah.
seeing
Yes.
her, and then under her is four different views.
Yeah, so where under her, there should be one square, a little square that says live, and click on that, and then that should bring you to, you don't see that?
Nope, nope. I see. Oh yeah, I do now. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So if you
All
tap
right, I
that, that
clicked
should
on
give
that.
you, do you now see all four of us?
I see all four of you, but you're below her. You're four individual pictures below her.
So even
Nobody.
after
It's
you
not
tap
one
live,
big.
it doesn't switch?
It's not one. Huh?
Even after you tap live, it doesn't switch to all four of us on screen on that big one?
Nope.
I have to laugh
Nope.
at this one. Mike Patton can't be a vampire. I see sunlight behind her.
Yo,
Now I can see all four on one view, but under that are four little boxes.
yeah, so that's a great, thank you for describing that. So what's happening there is you can choose to see one individual person's camera or a couple of different people's individuals camera, and then you can also click on live, which will show you what the live audience is fully seeing.
I took a screenshot of it, and I'm going to send it to you
Perfect.
so that you can see later on. I
Yeah,
can't do it
Pablo,
now
I
because
agree.
that's too
It's
much.
kind of not really interesting. On my end, I see what she's talking about. It's like I can't see
Yeah, I
you.
took
I
a
see you
screenshot.
on a little tiny screen, and you are
Hmm.
in one quarter of the little tiny screen, which is like I can't even see you. I see myself, and I see the screen where the face goes here,
Yeah.
but I can't see other faces, which is kind of disappointing sometimes. And I can't see the
So,
number of
so,
views. I can't see anything.
and they on that scene, so you're seeing the exact same thing that lady was seeing.
Yes.
So you have the screen on the right, which is Basco is here, and then the screen on the left. And then below the screen on the left, there's a bunch of little squares, correct?
Yes, correct.
So
Yes, I have
one of those little
my big portrait screen on the right. And then on the left of my portrait screen, I see everybody. And then below that, I have 4 individual screens.
correct.
don't see
Yeah.
myself.
So one of those little individual screens is titled Live.
Yeah, I clicked on that and it's black.
Okay, so that's a problem. Just a fair warning to everyone that's listening to this conversation. All of this is not going to matter as much because the view for when you're broadcasting is actually changing next week, and it's going to be a little bit more intuitive and more full screen as opposed to having all of these little things on screen as you see now.
Okay, I didn't want to cause problems. I'm just trying to understand.
No, not at all. You're not causing any problems. This is what this broadcast is for, to troubleshoot and talk a little bit about this. And we have our new guest joining us.
Okay, and I'm going out to show you the deals live.
Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Mike,
Hello.
how you doing?
Doing just fine. Just relaxing in the house. Yeah, got my
Are
little
you-
headset on, but I can't wear it while I'm doing it on the computer, but I can definitely wear it on my phone.
Are you excited about the Pro Bowl?
No, 'cause I've been watching the Versus all week though.
Mine is doing that.
Yeah,
Those have been
those are fun. Yeah, those are a lot more fun than the Pro Bowl itself. The Pro Bowl game is always so boring.
It's really great.
Right. I've got a friend of mine, a potential guest of mine, that actually is down at the Senior Bowl, so he's been there all week.
Oh, nice. Hopefully they do
So
have time to join you in your broadcast.
he'll be here. I think he'll be on Thursday, and then I've got another guest that a lot of people that watch NFL football, especially on CBS, would know. So yeah, he's coming on after the Super Bowl.
Great. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask Craig and Lady if you don't have any more questions. I'm gonna ask that you all hop off so that we can make some room for some of the new people that are asking to join here, if you don't mind. Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Russ is joining, who has a couple of questions.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Chris, as well. I see that you've joined.
What's going on, man?
Oh, so I am newer to. So I was on Periscope, and I broadcast a few years ago, and so the past month and a half, I know that this has been around for the past 2 years. This app. I'm still getting kind of used to it with do you have to, that was me in the comments that had reached out to you here this week to try to set up a time to talk. I want to broadcast, but I don't know, obviously you can do anytime and just go live. But is there a certain amount of, I'm not doing this. I have a regular 9-to-5 job. I have money. I'm not here to get money from you guys. So I'm just trying to figure out, is there.
Okay, guys, just to show you who hopped on my frontline, you see?
Look, there's the deer again.
Yeah. Hi, guys.
I don't see the deer.
They are all females.
I don't see her at all. So I'm using my phone here. Do you need to be using... First of all, my first question with this app is, do you need to use a laptop or a computer to use this app, or can I broadcast just from my phone? Because I've been broadcasting from my phone a few times, and I just have been kind of hiding them on my profile, just so I can see it, but I've left it up so people can kind of review it. Is that, what's the best way to do that? That's my first question. And then second question is, what are the kind of guidelines for broadcasting? And I know you guys are trying to throw out that you got your extra $50 thing, and I'll probably do this on the next challenge that you guys have, but I feel like I don't really know how to really start or do anything with the broadcast. So what are you guys looking for with broadcasting on here?
Sure. So to answer your first question, no, you don't need to use the laptop to use our platform. However, if you do start a live broadcast from your computer, you, instead of just having a very simplistic view on your phone, you get a much more advanced view, and you have access to our built-in free studio, which allows you to upload video upload photos, invite up to 7 guests, which is kind of what we're doing here, and have
And do
a
videos as well.
upload videos. So like Mike uploads NFL highlights and replays when he does his NFL show. So that gives you a little bit more of leeway to do that. And then to answer your second question about like what you can do here, everything and anything. You know, you don't have to reach certain numbers or have a any sort of kind of limitations for you to join and go live. You can just go live. However, what I do strongly recommend you doing, and for everyone that's thinking about broadcasting, is to read our community guidelines. They're not super long. Our terms of service obviously do get a little bit longer, but the community guidelines gives you a really good indication of what you can't do on the platform, just to kind of get a basis of a start there. Yeah.
So then my last question is, how do you become like an official broadcaster then? Like, do you have to be on here for like a month, like 3 months, a year? How do you...
Guys, I have to go. It's really cold. I have a -12 here. So thank you so much. I have to get in, and bye. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on.
See ya.
Right, Russ. So you are already an official broadcaster the moment you join a live, right?
Okay. That's what I was wondering, because I know Vince and Eric, they had said that they got official, I don't know, the other day by just talking to you.
Yeah.
And so it was like, what does that mean? Like, do I have to go for a certain amount of time every day? Because it sounds like you guys are very flexible. Like, you can do whatever the heck you want, as long as you're not, no sexual stuff, no swearing, no abuse, all of that stuff, and pornography, any of that bad stuff. But just like trying to keep it civil and peaceful. And I'm assuming political stuff, you don't want to be talking political stuff on your broadcast, even though you guys are news. You're a news.
You're more than welcome to express your political opinions, to have a political broadcast. Yes. We actually, up until recently, left a message on the main page of Perhaps, letting everyone know that no matter your political opinions or biases, you have a place here. However, that political opinion or biases leads to calling for, violence or anything like that. Then we'll have to have a conversation and talk a little bit about that. But for as far as having that belief and broadcasting about that, you're more than welcome here on the platform.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. You kind of got me started, Pablo, with this, and I just wanted to say hi to Peter if he's still in this room. So you guys, great app so far. I was saying that I was noticing just this past week in Yucca Berries kind of streams, it would either freeze a lot or it would just cut me out of the app altogether. You would be on the video. So I don't know if it's something with the iPhone or anything like that, but it would cut me and Eric and a few others that were kind of regulars that kind of should come in and talk with her. And so I don't know if that's something on my end or your guys' end. No criticism. I think it's a great app. I'm just still trying to figure out how to do all this stuff. So I appreciate you guys kind of answering some of my questions, because I'm
worries.
I don't even know what I'm doing with this app. Like it seems like it's another Periscope, but it seems like it's better than kind of what Periscope was. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem. That's what we're hoping.
Hey, Russ. Yeah, if you can, man, log on your computer and check it out one time, and you'll see what Pablo's talking about with all the different bells and whistles that you see from there.
Is it just like what's your website for? Is it just haps.tv or what?
Correct. Yep, haps.tv, and that'll bring you right in.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you guys. I don't mean to keep you both. I just
kind of breaking up a little
bit.
bit.
Questions, and that's why I was like, Pablo, I want to talk to you either on the phone or through this, or So I'm glad you did. Okay. Well, if I decide to go broadcasting tomorrow, then I definitely will, or anytime this week. And like I said, I'll check your guys' broadcast out. Do you guys do tutorials throughout the week too, or do you guys have like Q&A stuff that you do?
Yeah, so every Monday and Thursday we have a Q&A session. Monday we do it at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. Thursdays we do it at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Tuesdays we have Tutorial Tuesdays at 3:30, and that this week will be held by C.S. Murphy, one of the broadcasters on the platform, talking about how to connect OBS. On Wednesday, we have roundtables with broadcasters that are normally themed around like certain topics that are broadcasted. So last week we had science and technology. The week before that, we had, I think it was art, or we had travel, and I think this week is art, or it's going to be music. And then on Friday, we have broadcasts of the week where we highlight some of our favorite broadcasts. So we do Monday through Friday shows either on my channel or Peter's channel every day.
Great. All right. Well, that's very helpful, you guys. Thank you. And Mike, I appreciate your help too. And so I'm just still new at this app, and I know a lot of people from Periscope that are on here, which I really am glad to still connect with the people that I've met. And I'm here in Minnesota, so we're in our winter months, and I know Chris Rossetti used to live here, and he's out in California, but a lot of you guys are out west, so hopefully you're in a state where it's not 20 degrees here. So it's I'm ready for spring to come back and can't wait. So but yeah, if you look outside, I'll show you guys. If you see this is my backyard. It's our pool area, so it's just all snow. So it's just, you know, I'm just ready. You can tell I'm ready. So
yeah,
right.
I think Chris and I were shaking our heads because I'm assuming we're both in, what is it, 70-degree weather right now?
yeah, exactly. And my folks, it's funny, they just moved down to Florida for their winter home, and they moved down there. They left Monday, and it's 75 down there today, and I'm like, well, it's only 30 here, but you know what, it's okay. I mean, we're gonna get back there in another 2 months, but yeah, so I just wanted to say hi and thank you for your help, and if I ever need anything, I'll reach out to you or Peter if I have any questions. Okay,
perfect, sounds great.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Mike, nice to meet you. See ya.
Chris, how are you?
I'm so good. If I were any gooder, it would be illegal.
Well, that's good to hear. We actually recently had a little bit of a storm here in California, right? Did you all get a lot of rain in San Francisco as well?
You know, that's relative because I grew up in Florida, and it would rain from 2 to 4 every day. Here in California, it just drizzles and people freak out. But it was a good rainstorm, and then somebody I knew was crossing the Grapevine, and there was snow all over the top of the Grapevine.
Yeah, it's a beautiful scene. I've actually had the privilege of driving through the Grapevine when the mountains right next to the Grapevine are snow capped, and it's beautiful to kind of come from, you know, 70-degree weather and go up and over the Grapevine, and then it's 40 degrees with snow right side, and then you come on the other side and it's just desert.
Yeah, for anybody that doesn't know, the Grapevine is a route from Los Angeles to Northern California. It basically goes over this mountain that was built to keep Southern Californians where they belong. Anyway, the Grapevine, I went up there once driving home to San Francisco, and it went, like he said, from sunshine in the valley below up to the top of the mountain, and it was so ominous. Honestly, I thought I was looking at the land of Mordor. It was so scary and spooky. It's freaky up on the Grapevine. And then when you get back down, the sun shines again. It's a crazy place.
Yeah, it's really interesting, especially during the winter months when we have any sort of clouds.
Can you bike the Grapevine? Does anybody ever try to bike it?
I don't know. That's an interesting question, because I'm pretty sure that stretch of highway is roads only. So you would have to probably find some sort of side streets to kind of get through that.
Oh, one more thing about the storm. A part of PCH, Pacific Coast Highway, collapsed over at Big Sur. Did you see that?
I saw that news this morning. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It actually just opened. What was it, last year, after 3 years of closures because there was a collapse of the road there. Then it's really unfortunate. I had the pleasure of driving through when it did reopen from NorCal to Southern California. And even though it was reopened, it was still very bumpy and rocky with a lot of little pebbles on the floor.
I have one Haps question, and I'll get off and let somebody else.
Yeah, we just have Night's Journey joining, so we'll transition over to you in just a second.
When I went live once on the computer, I hit live, and it started. I asked you this question before, but I wasn't conveying it properly. The countdown clock automatically kicked in, the 10, 9, 8, 7, whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't see where to delete that or stop that from running. Is that an automatic thing, or did I put it on accidentally?
Yeah, you probably clicked on it accidentally. The countdown video is 30 seconds, so it starts from 30, goes down to 0, and then it just ends on black. The broadcast on the phone and the studio has an auto countdown from 5. So, but that doesn't appear to the audience. That's more of just like a letting you know that you have 5 seconds and then you're live. So when you hit go live, a transparent 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown comes up. But if you see something any higher than 5, that is that video, and that video doesn't come on automatically. So you must have hit it by accident at some point. But yeah.
And then the other question is when JS Scope went live the other night. I sent him an intro he uses at the beginning of the broadcast. When he goes live, it starts at about 5 to 7 seconds into the intro. Is there a way to transition your intro so you don't cut off the front end?
Yeah, so what I recommend, since it is a live broadcast, is to give yourself both 10 to 15 seconds at the top and 10 to 15 seconds at the end. So when you start your broadcast and you see 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 live, don't start talking the moment you see live. Give it a little bit to kind of really fully spin up. That's why what I like to do if I'm in the studio, I'll hit go live. And then once I'm at about 3, 2, 1, then I'll hit the countdown video, which starts at 30. And that gives me plenty of room to do my broadcast. And then on the other end of it, where you're ending your broadcast, don't just say, all right, everyone, I'll see you later, and then hit end, because it'll probably cut at all right, everyone, as opposed to the see you later. So just the little tips there. We're working on improving that, both the intro and end time, so that it doesn't rely on you being aware of it. But for now, the best way to go about it is to give yourself like 10 to 15 seconds on both ends.
Fantastic. Thank you for taking me on the broadcast today and answering my questions. Live from San Francisco, home of the 3-time world champion San Francisco Giants, this is Chris Rossetti on Haps TV with Pablo saying, if you don't have this app, what are you waiting for? Thank you. See you later. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Chris. See ya.
Hey, Pablo.
All right. Night's Journey. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure to meet you too. How is everyone?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm good. It's been a long day. It's been very wet in London, so managed to get wet today with the rain, but that's life over here.
Yeah. We experience that about 2 to 3 days of the year, and
wow.
As Chris mentioned,
we get the opposite. We get 2-3 days sun, and the rest of it rain.
That's unfortunate.
Oh,
I don't think I can survive that, to be honest. I've been spoiled living in California most of my life.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. So any questions about Haps, broadcasting, viewing?
Yeah, I only tried it yesterday. I was doing, I was on a radio show and I decided to give it a go. Just as a fly in the wall. I want to use this kind of as a fly in the wall. Hi, everyone. Sorry, got a family here. I wanted to try and use it as a fly in the wall experience. So it's like behind the scenes, so to speak. And I've actually enjoyed it. It was actually fun. I think it's much better than Periscope. 1 minute, darling. My daughter always comes to me when I'm on the phone.
No worries.
And I just think it's got a lot of potential. I think it's quite fun. The only downside is I would love this to be connected to or been able to connect to OBS or the streaming platforms. I would love that to happen. Because it's the only way to get the audio to sound good with the music we play and everything else like that through. I mean, this is just on my side as a broadcaster, what I'm planning to do with it. But right now, you're not with OBS. Twitter is, the others are. I think you really need to get on an OBS platform or the similar others.
Yeah, so in order for us to be able to do that, we're working on building essentially RTMP in, so you can
Awesome.
the RTMP key from HAPS into OBS and then use it that
Yeah.
way. However, you can currently use OBS if you use it as a virtual cam.
It's
but
not
I
easy
don't
to
think
do.
that'll allow
I
you
get
to
it.
use your audio inputs as well, because I've heard from Jimmy Knapp, who used that method, that his audio for his music was still kind of peaking. So I advise maybe turn down the input volume, but I need to follow up with him to make sure that actually solved for that.
Yeah, there's a potential of doing that, but if it's a low sound and you're actually by tuning the volume down, you're actually affecting the audio, the entire audio of a track. The audio has to be at a certain level, and then what you have to do is tweak it, which you're able to do with OBS. To be honest. So no, it's just I'm finding it really fun. I think it's a lot better than Periscope, and I'll be very open about that too.
Yeah, I'm really excited that you're enjoying it, and I hope that you continue to enjoy it as we continue to update it here. We're really excited about some of the mobile updates coming soon, but also the studio performance updates that'll help with taking up less bandwidth on CPU usage and requiring a little less data and internet, hopefully.
Sounds fun. I mean, I use Restream a lot, but I do like how you're connected to Twitter. Hopefully I don't know this, but now Periscope is actually going, will you still be connected to Twitter in the future? Would that still work? Because I think a really, really cool feature.
Yeah, so right now, in order to go live to Twitter, so if you go to twitter.com and you want to watch your live broadcast, you have to make sure that you also are broadcasting to Periscope, because otherwise we can't actually send the live directly to Twitter.
That's right.
Periscope shuts down and it completely becomes Twitter Live. Then we'll make the transition to make sure that Twitter Live works properly once that whole system is built out.
Awesome. That's brilliant. Any idea of getting onto Facebook and all the others? I mean, I know you're on YouTube. I've noticed that.
Yeah, you can link Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter and Periscope easily. Instagram, you can currently link to your profile, but it doesn't let you broadcast there. The reason being against their terms and conditions. And then the next two platforms that we're including to the multicasting is Twitch and LinkedIn. So those are the two to look forward to here in the near future.
I don't think I need Restream anymore, right?
That's the goal, hopefully.
Yes. Love it. That's awesome.
Yeah, is Restream something that you have to pay for? Because I know StreamYard is.
No, sorry to interrupt. No, you don't. You can pay for it, as you can pay for anything in this world. But it's more designed. If you want to pay for it, there's little things like Facebook connecting to a channel instead of just a profile user. So just for example, I have Night's Journey on Facebook. If you run it for free, it will just go straight to me as an individual, which is my real name and my real thing. But if you want, you have to pay for it to go to Night's Journey. So I don't understand why they've done that, but that's what they've done. So I pay for it just for that reason. The other thing I like about it too as well, it's you can actually use an RMPT to any other network that they don't have. You just put the code in and it just sends it and off it goes.
So if you ever do join from the broadcast studio, if you go to the settings, and then there's social multicasting and then edit destinations. So just so you're aware, at the very top is Twitter, then Facebook, then YouTube, then Periscope, and at the very bottom there's RTMP. So you can actually add a custom destination as well from a platform like this.
Wow. Okay, so I could actually add that to my Restream, and Restream just gets on with it as well.
Yep, exactly. I would just be a little careful. What we did notice when someone did that is that their broadcast didn't end when they ended on HAPS. They had to carry on and end it there. But I think we solved for that. But just make sure that you check that when you do use that method.
Yeah. I mean, the only good thing about Restream as well is they have all the world systems on. I mean, there's a lot of socials, as you know, but I think you're going to be quite one of the main ones, to be honest. Well, definitely for me. There's a lot of other socials out there that they worldwide, from China, Italy, everywhere. Either could be small ones and everything. So I use Restream for that, just to keep adding all the actual platforms that they are bringing onto their platform system to be able to do the job. But other than this to me is perfect for a fly on the wall effect, things like that.
Perfect. I'm glad you're having a decent experience so far. And if you ever have any feedback, please feel free to email me. I'll go ahead and leave it in the comments again for everyone.
We'll do, Pablo. We'll do, definitely.
Awesome.
Cool.
Alrighty, Mike, while I have you, and I think you've already probably gone over this live at some point, what is your Super Bowl prediction? You are sports broadcast.
Wow, I haven't even thought of what I wanted to call it. I will say that I believe the Chiefs will win the game. I just haven't come up with a complete score yet. So
okay.
I've got the Chiefs winning. I will come up with a score. I did have a question for you though, Pablo.
Yeah, go ahead.
I noticed my broadcast on Thursday night didn't go to Facebook, but it went to Twitter, and it went to Twitter, Periscope, everywhere else, but it didn't go to Facebook. I didn't know if anything was going on or anything like that.
On Facebook, is it somewhere that you've already broadcasted to before and it just didn't work this time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Correct.
That's a great question. So normally that shouldn't happen. Sometimes some of these broadcasts do fail to send. If that does ever happen, unfortunately, you can't do this in mobile just yet, but in the studio, if you're live from the studio, you go to the settings, like I mentioned earlier, you go to edit destinations, and you can simply turn Facebook off and then turn it back on. And that'll try resending it again to try and start it and spin it up again. So that's a way to kind of get around that and fix that live broadcast.
Okay, cool.
Alrighty.
Right,
Someone's saying they're having problems to get to my Instagram. Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, you can link Instagram. However, you cannot go live to Instagram directly from HAPS because of their terms of service. With that being said, technically you can go live through there from HAPS if you use custom RTMP and you go through a different service provider that gives you the ability to send RTMP to Instagram. Some of those have been built. Just note that if you do that, you should do it in portrait, not landscape. And then if you do that, you are breaking the terms of service of Instagram. So you're potentially getting your Instagram account locked in that regard. So just something worth noting, but yeah. Alrighty, y'all. If there's no more questions, I'm actually going to get ready to hop off of this as I'm getting the call from my pups that it's either time for a walk or time for some snacks.
All right. Well, see you.
No worries. Thanks for your time, Pablo. Thanks for the information too.
Anytime. I'll probably be on again tomorrow if anyone has any further questions. And then again, we'll go back to our regular scheduled programming from Monday through Friday next week. Awesome. Nice meeting you, Knight's Journey. Yes. I'm not sure of your real name or if you're trying to keep that.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind. I've been an avid user of Periscope 3 years. My name's Richard.
Nice to meet you, Richard.
But you're very welcome to come over and watch us what we do.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep an eye out.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be on next Saturday. I might do a few things around Wembley Stadium tonight or tomorrow if I can.
Oh, nice.
Just to want to show everyone what it's like with the COVID period, what it's like near the Wembley Stadium. It's very quiet.
Real football.
Sorry?
The real football.
The real football. The real football. Yes, indeed. And
yeah, I'm not sure why we called American football when the feet are used like 4 or 5 times a game.
About 3-4 times, yeah. It's very interesting, and you guys call it soccer. And they were trying to force us.
I still don't know what soccer is.
Yeah, they were trying to force us to say the word soccer. It didn't work.
No,
a few years back.
I apologize for that.
But we think we're quite relaxed about it all now. So I'll try and do that tomorrow. Then next Saturday, I'm at another venue where I'm doing a live stream with this other platform that's being built. They just want me to go and do a DJ set. And what I'll do is I'll have this on as well, and people, it'd be like, like I said before, fly on the wall effect. And they'll see a different angle from everyone else, and that's what I'm planning on doing on next Saturday. So
awesome! I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, cool. All right, pal. Thanks. Take care of yourself. I'll see you.
Likewise.
See you soon.
Thank you. Stay warm.
You too. Bye, mate. Bye.
Alrighty. Thank you everyone for joining. I'm going to go ahead and end this broadcast here. I really appreciated everyone tagging people in the comments and sending folks over to experience the live broadcast experience here and to get the opportunity to ask some of their questions. Really, you all are what make the community what it is. So thank you all so much. And I'll see you all soon, probably in the comments throughout the day.